Hey, I'm Lucy at Sigma Sports, and today I'm going to be taking a closer look at the Garmin Rally Power Meter pedals. So there are three different types of pedals in this range. So we have the Look, Shimano SPD-SL and Shimano SPD. And for the first time ever in the market, we have a Shimano compatible cleats power meter system, which is really exciting to see, and it's great that there is both the SPD and SL options as well. So we're going to take a look at the SPD-SL. Now, all of these pedals that are in the range are exactly the same in terms of the internals, the features and everything that they offer. It's literally just the mechanism of the pedal that is different. So nicely packaged as always from Garmin. You have the instruction booklets here and there's clear instructions on how to fit the pedals and change them over. So these are just the standard Shimano SPD-SL cleats. So when it comes to replacing them, you can just use the standard Shimano yellow cleats or whichever ones you normally use to replace them, which is really good. So the Garmin Vectors were the first power meter pedal system available from Garmin, and the predecessor to the Rally pedals was the Garmin Vector 3s. So Garmin clearly know what they're talking about when it comes to power meter pedals, and the Vectors have definitely been a popular choice over the last couple of years. They're available in a single-sided power meter pedal as well as a double. We've got the doubles here, and there is also an upgrade kit. So if you just bought the one side to start with, you can upgrade to a double side at a later date if you're really getting stuck into your numbers. So moving on nicely into what separates the Rallies from the Vector 3s. Now Garmin have taken on feedback from riders and athletes as to certain issues and things that they could change from the previous model, and have put that feedback into these. So the two main features that set these Rally pedals apart from the Vector 3s are the fact that you have metal threads inside the pedal body and redesigned battery contacts. Now the metal threads inside the pedal body are very important in particular because with the new Rally pedals you can switch different pedal bodies using the same spindle. So if you bought these Shimano SPD-SLs for your road bike, and then you buy the SPD conversion kit, which is available separately, that means you don't have to fork out for a completely new power meter, you're just paying for the pedal body itself. Now obviously that is great, but you need to make sure that there's no water or dirt ingress into the body, so it's really cool that Garmin have thought about that going forwards. It also means that you can bring your power to gravel riding, mountain bike, cyclocross, so you can have your power always when you're out on the road. And another thing that these pedals can do can also bring power to a simple turbo trainer. So if you have a turbo trainer that isn't smart, it doesn't have a power meter built into it, you can pop these on the bike and it will give you power. To test and develop these pedals, Garmin took them to the extreme. So they were testing in -18 and up to 40 degrees Celsius. So you know that wherever you're riding, you're going to get an accurate power meter reading. So let's talk battery life. The battery in these will last around 120 hours. So for most of us, that'll keep you going for quite a while. And when you do need to change them, it's very, very simple. It's just an Allen key on the end there. I can show you this right now. So it's just a 4mm Allen key in there. This is a CR1/3N battery. A lot of watches use these batteries, for example. Very easy to get hold of, which is useful if you're going away. You could always take a spare in your suitcase just in case you do run out, but you just pop it back in, and then this is the newly redesigned and upgraded battery end there, and then nice and simple to tighten back up again, literally 30 seconds. And that's the same whether you're using the SPD, SPD-SL or the Look compatible ones as well, it's all the same. So in regards to tension on these pedals, these actually ship in the box with the least tension on the pedal. As with normal pedals, it's just a 3mm Allen key in there, in this one in particular, and you can loosen it or tighten it, and it's got a little plus and minus there as well. So the Garmin Rally pedals have the same Q factor as the Vector 3s, which is 53, and that can be changed to 55 using the washers that come in the box as well. And for those that don't know what Q factor is, it's to do with the distance from the crank to where you clip in on the pedal. So you might want a different Q factor depending on your bike fit setup. So you might be thinking, how easy is it to change the pedal systems between spindle and spindle, and also how do you actually do it? So I'm going to show you here. It is actually fairly straightforward, and it is something that you can do at home. It doesn't require a mechanic, but if you're unsure, we would recommend just popping into your local bike shop. So all you will need to change the pedal system from the spindle is a pedal spanner. You'll need a 4mm Allen key to take the battery cover off, a small crosshead screwdriver, as well as a 12mm socket set on here. So I'm going to do the left SPD-SL body, and we have the SPD pedal there. So 4mm Allen key into the battery cover, undo that, battery pops out, and then you will need to get the small crosshead screwdriver, and there's 2 really small screws just inside there, so you'll just need to pop those out. These screws are very small, so just be careful that you don't lose them when you're taking them out. A nice little tip is if you put some kitchen roll or a towel down, then you can see all of the small parts. So once you've taken the screws out, the battery contact point should be pretty loose in there, and you can just pop it out like so. 12mm socket that goes inside the pedal body. So obviously, depending on what pedal you are doing, it might not be righty tighty, lefty loosey. It might be the other way around. So just something to note there. So you just unwind it, and then you can feel it come loose. And then there you are. This is the spindle and the all important power meter. That's what records the data. So this spindle then just goes into the pedal, slots in. So you pop the nut back on, and you want to make sure that you start it off with your finger to make sure that it's not cross-threaded, and then use the end of this socket to tighten it up where you start to feel it bite. Once that's on, so you just pop the screws back in, and then you want to put the battery back in there. Obviously, again, just to make sure you're not cross-threading it, start it off with your fingers, your 4mm Allen key on there to tighten it up. So as you can see, it's not difficult, although you do want to make sure that you take your time to do it and be careful not to cross-thread any of the screws. The power meter has an accuracy of ±1%, so you're going to get real-time, highly accurate data to your head unit. So that was a closer look at the Garmin Rally pedal range. If you want to find out more, we've put the links in the description below so you can take a closer look at the range. I'm personally really impressed with them. I think it is nice and straightforward to change the spindle over. That also means that you can keep them serviced nice and easily, keep them greased up, and they last longer. They're really accurate, they're nice and lightweight for a power meter, and I love that Garmin are pushing innovation, and they're bringing a Shimano cleat system to the power meter market. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you think of these. Are you tempted to buy a pair? Let us know in the comments below. Check out the playlist to the side of this video to watch more of our unboxing videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we'll have more videos coming very, very soon, including Matt Stevens, and we'll see you next time.